Alrighty, welcome folks. Welcome to another live stream. I'm going to be working on this commission for Nightfall. I finally finished a previous commission for JT, his D&D illustration, and now we're back to this one for Nightfall. Let me start with a word of prayer. Lord Jesus, we thank you for today. I pray that you be with this stream, be with me as I work on this commission, and be with us in the chat. Help us have a good time. In your name we pray, amen. Oh, and we're already flashing green. 1 second. Okay. And bro, hey, Planet Fox. 1 second as I try to figure out what's going on here with this thing going on here. Let's see if I try a. Let's see. One second as I try to figure this out. And that's not working. Okay. Okay, where did I put that? So as you can see, it's freaking out here. So we're gonna. Is that still? Seems to be working okay now. Okay, let's hope that's working. Okay. We got 4 of you in the chat. Welcome all. My apologies for the flashing green lights. Unfortunately, our connection between the iPad and the computer tends to have issues. And the only way to stop that is to allow the screen to be a bit slow and blurry when I make movements. I do apologize for that. Let's see what I can do to see if I set it back to high, it flashes green. If I try using buffering, let's see if that works. Oops. Oh dear, allow me to fix that. It's supposed to. And that is also already acting up. My apologies, folks. We'll get this figured out. 1 second. One second. Ay, ay, ay. This really is something today. Okay, what we're gonna do is delete this. Yes, I know what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna add. That did not do anything. Okay, 1 second, folks. Honestly, today stream is just deciding to do its own thing. Its own thing. Nope, nope, I do not want that. Give me a second here. That is not what I want. Give me a second here. Okay. Seems like today, what are we gonna do here? Capture video. Huh. Yeah, it really does not want to capture my device today. Oh, there we go. Okay, I apologize about that, folks. Okay. I think we are back online now. Okay, I think we're back in business. Planet Fox, how's it going? And if it continues flashing green, we will have to transfer this over to Clip Studio Paint, which I don't want to do because I like doing my sketches here on Procreate. That's a different setup. Gotta love technical problems. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Where would we be without technical problems? Oops. Oh, I realized you're hearing my typewriter. Okay, so I have an app here on the computer that makes typewriter sounds. I apologize for that. Nightfall, hey! How's it going? Just in time. We are a little bit closer to having this sketch finished. Fix this. Let's hope the screen doesn't glitch out on us again. Actually, bring the floof of her chest down a little bit. Planet Fox, today's your day off. Very nice. Let's see. Nightfall. Going good. Glad I'm able to pop in to see it. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Yes, I'm doing pretty well. Until the screen started glitching out on us earlier, but I'm okay now. Actually, I think that goes a bit higher. Fix that. Yikes. keep missing the lines today. I think it's time for another sip of coffee. Planet Foxy's super characters are cute. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, whoops! I read that as super characters. My dyslexia kicked in. These characters are super cute. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. These are Nightfall's characters, so all credit goes to him. Okay. So I gotta fix these eyes. Oops. Actually, just gonna copy and paste. Just need to shrink it down a little bit. And distort. There we go. Oops. I don't know, his eyes might be a little too childlike there, maybe. But I think it also shows that his eyes are filled with wonder. Okay. He's a lynx, so he's gotta have those markings. Nice, I like it. I don't know, let me know what you think, Nightfall. If these eyes are okay, or if you guys see problems, because usually as the artist, it goes over my head. I don't see the mistakes. Okay. The whisker markings. They kind of look like mustaches. Okay. Yeah, yeah, a little too childlike. I might fix that. It's one of those issues where your sketch makes sense, then you draw it out, and then you're like, hmm. Yeah, no, I get that. Okay. And then let's see if we get the eraser. Oh, we'll get there, don't worry. I think I just need to get the shape of the eye first. Actually, you know what? Let's start a new layer. It's the eyeball itself. Let's say it's closer. exactly what I'm looking for. Well, let's take a look at that. Maybe just a little bit more excitement. My brain is eyebrow down a little bit here. Let's see, where's this eye direction? Looks more like he's just kind of staring off into space. We'll fix this. Also, that eye needs to come down. See, eyes are just a little bit tricky for me. That's good. Okay. So how do I make it look like he's staring at her belly and not just off into space? Well, for one, he needs. It's better. Not there yet. There you go. Yeah, I like that. This one is this pupil. There you go. I think that's pretty good for now. Okay, where was I? I need to pull up all my references again. Okay. Okay, here's his coat reference. Oh, is it flashing green again? I apologize. Okay, 1 second. Whoa, 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 what's going on here? Okay. Want that. I think this might work. Okay. Just gotta merge this. Nope, that's still flashing green. Okay. Hang in there, folks. We'll figure this out. Okay, I think that's working. Okay. Back to his coat. it is still okay. Let's hide that. Okay, so clearly, I might have to transition this over to Clip Studio Paint. Give me a split second, and all right, hide that for now. Still thrifting. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna switch this over to Clip Studio Paint then. Be a couple seconds. I'm gonna have to find a different workaround for this later on. That Clip Studio Paint. Okay. Yeah, so many windows open. Okay. Loading. Okay. Then nice. All right, let's open that up in OBS. Let's switch over to Studio. Okay, and here we are. All right. Let's see, Planet Fox. What program were you trying to use? I was trying to use Procreate. That's what I'm more comfortable drawing in, is Procreate. Unfortunately, the way, at least currently, the way things are is I need to have the iPad plugged directly into the computer to have that showing on screen for OBS. Sorry, but for whatever reason, OBS freaks out whenever I have the iPad plugged in, so it's just kind of impossible to use. Okay. I might need to start eventually experimenting with StreamYard rather than OBS. I think I might have too many heavy programs right now. Okay. Planet Fox. I've been thinking of trying Procreate. Oh, Procreate is an awesome program. I love it. I will say though, personally, it's just me personally, I prefer doing my drawing and sketching on Procreate, but when it comes to adding color, I do it in Clip Studio Paint. The flow is just a bit easier when it comes to flatting colors in Clip Studio than Procreate, personally. I don't know how to explain it. A lot of it might just be the lasso tool. Lasso tool just, I like the way it looks and feels a bit better than in Procreate. Anyways, where was I? Yikes, I do not like this pause. I might need to. Yeah, the brush size is a little bit too big. Let's try to match it. restart here. Or was I? Oh, there. There we go. That's the right brush. No. I think we're gonna go back to G. We'll revisit the pause later, because I'm not having that. Okay. Where was I? All right. Let's see. You've been using Clip Studio Paint for everything? Good, good. Yeah, it's a good program. I used to use Clip Studio Paint quite a bit for everything as well. And then I found Procreate, and I really like Procreate. I think a lot of it also has to do with it's portable. I have to have a subscription to have Clip Studio Paint on the iPad, which I do not like. Even if like I own Clip Studio Paint, I still have to have a subscription to be able to use it on the iPad. Not very good at digital sketching. You'll get there. I'm sure you will. Let's see. If you can sketch on pencil and paper, then you can definitely sketch in digital. You just gotta get used to. I think it has everything to do with getting used to using the digital stuff. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. Yeah, yeah, no, it was a big deal, like what, 2 or 3 years ago when Clip Studio Paint they started changing everything to being subscription based, which the reason everyone went to Clip Studio Paint was because of Adobe's subscription model. Everyone hated that, so they went to Clip Studio Paint. And then some genius over at Clip Studio Paint decided, yay, we should also do subscription based. I thankfully bought my version long before they went into subscription. So I have this version to keep, but from now on, you almost have to subscribe. And it's mainly to upkeep the program so that you get the recent updates. But it's still like ridiculous. Okay, his paw is gonna be down here. I might have to move her though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move her so then he actually, or she, is where he can feel the belly. Okay, have to make sure everything's aligned properly, otherwise. Oh, goodness, I'm on her legs, that's why. I was like, why is her legs moving but not her upper body? There we go. Also gotta make sure that his hand is in the proper place, otherwise that is not what we want on this illustration. Still having problems? I don't think so. I don't think we're still having problems. I just need to move his arm. I think that's what's going on here. Unless I actually have not been paying attention to the screen. Is it still glitching? It shouldn't. It doesn't glitch when I do. Still. We will figure out his arm somehow. Midst of all the sketching, positions got moved, and now things just posed a little too awkwardly. There's his thumb. We'll get this, don't worry. Maybe we can move her closer. Move her closer, but okay, that's where her body needs to be, but her head. Oops. Ooh, come on, Andrew. You got this. Move her body, but then her head needs to be back. Hopefully that's not there. Actually, that's what's there. Yeah, it is. Bummer. Give me a second. Fix this. Have to have her leaning back a little. Just a floating head. There we go. And then we'll adjust her upper torso to match. Lotharens, hey, welcome. Good to see you. Oh, come on. Okay, so this might not work. No, I do not like this at all. Okay. I'm just gonna have to lean him forward. Okay, so she's totally fine. It's his arm that is the problem. Also, I might need to adjust. Okay, bring that down. That's so his paw needs to be right here on her midriff. His arm is too long there, so. Oy, oy, oy. Where's my original sketch? Oh, it's one out there. So is it both the same in the sketch? His hand was a bit more towards her lap. How did I not notice that? Where's his palm? Okay, we'll get this. Let's see. His hand should be. Let's see if I'm him. We'll get it. It's like it's almost there. Let's see. Make the arm look straight while keeping the elbow folds. Okay. Let's give that a try. Actually, give this its own layer. There's his paw, so keep the arm straight. That's not bad. I just need to make that actually touch your belly. That's better. There we go. I think we got it. Okay, so what's his jacket like? Okay. Thank you, Lorenz. Okay. Yes, I think we got just that star deal. At your service. Thank you, thank you. How's it going over there in Germany? I hope things have cooled down for you. Seems fine now. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, let's see. We'll bring that layer down. Let's see, Lorenz. Last night it rained something. Temps have gone down, but humidity went up. Oof. I get that. Glad the temperature went down, but yeah, humidity is rough. Okay. Oops. So what am I doing here? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Now I actually gotta draw his paw. Twist this image around. My apologies. It's probably that. So. That's a good in between for now. We'll figure out that paw later. In the meantime, I want to get back to her, the star of our show. create a little ring there. Actually, that's not where rings go. Rings go on there. Oops. Whoops. It's too thick. Let's see, Planet Fox, been raining nonstop here, but that's normal. Nice, nice. That's good. Sure, sure we all need the rain. Oh, there I go, sounding like an old man. We've been really needing rain over here. We finally had a short little storm yesterday, poured a bunch of rain within a couple minutes. But man, the storm clouds were incredible. Just an inky color in the sky. It was great. Okay, back to him. I want to get his. Lothorens, at least you have rain. I have never heard of so many forest fires in Germany before. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Summer and winter are too dry as of late. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's, yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. Let's see. Lothorens, it's so wet where I live, I have moss growing on my roof. Ooh, yikes. Oops. That's Nightfall. I think that arm position is looking better. Good, good. Appreciate it. His paw I need to work on. Or both his paws I need to work on. I'll get there. Okay. So, as a lynx, needs. Oops, what's going on here? Why have I lost my pen? Needs to have very big paws. Trying to think. What does a lynx tail look like? Okay. Would his tail be visible, or would it be hidden behind the cloth or his outfit? Dear Pinterest, I do not want a survey. Uh, Lynx. Wow, you type in links and instead you get an Italian city. Links. Okay. Okay, so they have like a little bobtail. Something like that. You can see the other reason why I kind of want to draw and Procreate is right now my pen in Pursuit Paint has been acting weirdly. So I'm not getting the nice smooth lines I normally get. Okay. I'm going to turn down the opacity on this layer so I can figure out the pop. And again, he's a lynx, so he needs massive pops. Let's see, there's his arm. Looking at the bone structure at the moment. And I'm actually not going to show his claws here because he's trying to be gentle. I think that's pretty good. But I think he is also, they are in a not a great predicament with all the political intrigue happening right now. So I am going to have this paw have his claws out. As great as of a moment as this is, it has complicated their situation. So, over that, and draw over it. Let's see, Lotharen's linked tails are pretty short. I'd say 1/3 of the average cat length. Gotcha, gotcha. I apologize, Nightfall. This might be the roughest sketch yet. Things are just looking so chaotic. And my pen, or rather Pursuit Paint, is acting kind of funny, so there's going to be a lot of chaotic lines. Oh, I said no claws with this hand, didn't I? Try again. There you go. Yeah. Paw might be a little large. I think we're okay. Let's see, sure do a lot of construction lines in your sketches. I know, it's a problem. Oops. I like to know exactly what I'm doing. this layer, remove the palms. Okay. All right, we're almost there. Almost there. What needs to happen? Where am I? Let's see. Let's find those references again. It's got a little sash there. I think everything else is good. Okay. There's those layers. Ooh, I kind of really do like that sketch layer though. No. I like what we have, but that one just looks... We'll see what we can do later. So now we gotta draw Sancha. Let's see, let's find all of our previous illustrations. Where is she? Okay. And the other reference with her outfit. She essentially is wearing a see-through gown. Let's see. Those tiger marks. Belly button. We have her pushing the bushes aside. Okay. see. Okay, gotta catch up with the chat here. Lothorens, I have seen sketches from artists that looked like they dipped a coin in ink before spinning it on the paper, then took the most convincing lines. Oof. Yeah, that happens. I've been told I should do more construction lines and stuff. Yeah, it's always good to have a lot of construction lines underneath, just so then, because then you're building the character, the drawing. But when your results look as you desired, why do extra work? Sure. Nightfall. Link's tails are pretty short, so his might only just somewhat be visible at this angle. Yeah. Okay, that's a great touch. I love having one paw have his claws out. All good, all good. Yeah. Okay, now where is my? This is the background. This is sketch. Okay, background is sketched pretty well. Might just do one more line. Let's go back to him though. I want to see if I can follow that expression a little bit. Oof. Change the angle of his nose. His eyes don't help either. Change where his eyes are. Oops. Fix that. Let's see. What else can I do to improve his chin? A little smaller. Okay. At this point, sorry, Nightfall, is there anything that you see that you want changed? I need your tail. It's gonna be back here. There's your tail. I think at this point, I'm about ready to maybe do one final layer. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Let's hope I can pull this off. It's been a wild time. Oops. Actually, where is that? Okay. So she has this little moon, crescent moon deal here. Got the band goes around here. Come on. Okay. I'm trying not to add too much detail. This is a sketch after all. And her eyebrow should be here. There you go. That does the job nicely. Ooh. You know what I might do actually? I like the way most of hers drawn, so I might. Let's see what I Let's see. I am. There we go. Yes. There we go. Save myself some work. Kept the nice part. Okay. Oops. Yes. Pass it down a little bit. There we go. All right, we got 8 of you watching. Welcome all. Just working on this commission for Nightfall. The sketch seems a little janky. I'm dealing with having to work in Clip Studio Paint rather than my beloved Procreate. The pen kind of acts up here. So we got a few sharper edges like that than I would like. But okay. Let's see. Nightfall's in. This is what we got so far. I thought of adding like a window pane here, by the way, to show like, yeah, this is a window. However, I did not like the pane going through, essentially going through its head. So we're just gonna draw like a little mark right there, just to indicate glass. Anyways, she's just revealed that she's pregnant. So he's feeling her belly in awe. Planet Fox, I like the way you do little mouse paws. Really cute. Thank you. Oddly enough, I don't usually draw paws like this. Somehow, I think it has a lot to do with just kind of watching Alexander Johnson's artwork, but started drawing paws like this actually when drawing Ilara. It's almost exclusively Ilara that I draw paws like this for some reason. I don't know why. But thank you, I appreciate it. Sketch looking good, thank you. Super cute, appreciate it. Oof, that does work. Fix that. I think that's how hands work. I was trying to adjust the hands based on the angle of her arm. I'm gonna leave it as is for now. We'll get back to that. Oops. Let's see. Planet Fox. I kind of wish I could draw more like Andy's style. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm sure you could. It just what I do with the artists that I like is I just kind of look at their artwork quite a lot, and I try drawing their stuff. Tracing, when you're learning to draw, tracing over someone else's work, I think is totally acceptable. As long as you're not posting it and then saying, I drew this. But just for your personal, private studies, it's okay to trace over. In my personal opinion, that's how I learned. Get back to the oops, sorry, Planet Fox, like it reminds me of classic Disney or Don Bluth, which I absolutely love. Well, thank you. Yeah, that is definitely the inspiration for my art style. It was especially Don Bluth's Secret of Nim. Okay, her other paw is gonna be. Let's see. It should be. Oops. Her tail's there. Back here. Okay, I think that's going well. I'm gonna darken her muzzle a little bit. I want her their face to stand out the most, so I think darkening their lines a little bit more. Just. Okay. I think her collar might actually have the thickest lines here. Let's thin that out just ever so slightly. There we go. Oops, no, I do not want that. Okay. See. Okay, I'm gonna give him his own layer as well. Oh, well, sorry. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Come on, Clovis. Drink some water. That's a good reminder, folks. If you haven't already, drink some water. Okay. Oof, and his eye needs some work. That's good. That's good. This is the most handsome lynx I've ever drawn. The only lynx I've ever drawn. So where's that? Let's see, Planet Fox. Cats are hard, at least for me, anyways. Yeah, they are really hard. They're just different than the canine animals. But I think I know why. Uh, let's see, when I was at Animation Y'all, Aaron Blaze did a class on drawing animals, and excuse me for a moment to demonstrate. When you're drawing a lot of animals, like that's their muzzle. That's your fox, your dog, your wolf. But when you're drawing cats, instead of uh, is it horizontal? The lines being horizontal, you have your skull direction, and then your muzzle direction is down rather than horizontal with the skull. So you got your cat. That is a really bad cat skull, cat head, but that's essentially what you're dealing with, and why cats are difficult to draw. Let's see, Nightfall. Well, sorry, I should have made Clovis a fox. JK, JK. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Planet Fox. I did draw a snake once that I'm pretty proud of. Ooh, nice. I cannot do birds to save my life. I've only ever drawn one bird. Uh, did you, did you mean Snape? Snipe? Snape is a Harry Potter character. Did you mean snipe or a snake? Oh, snow leopard. Oh, okay. Snow leopards. Oh yeah, snow leopards are pretty hard, pretty cool. I think I've drawn a couple snow leopards. I don't know if I've ever. No, I've drawn a leopard before for a commission. come on. My goodness, the pen is not cooperating with me today. Nothing's cooperating today. Come on. Okay, let's redo that. That one's okay. Let's see. Nightfall, any updates on your story for Nim's World? I find it so bizarre that I'll say something random and she who shall not be named, the AI assistant that's on your phone and computer, will pop up and be like, yes, did you want something? I said, no, I did not say anything remotely close to your name. There we go, that's better. Let's see. Lothrans. Snow leopards are very fluffy. Once I sketched one at a beach where her bikini almost vanished in her fluff. The only comment someone made was, what's a snow leopard doing at the beach? Talk about missing the point. Ha! That is cute. That's actually a really funny image. So fluffy that she's just looks like she's just wearing fur. Yeah, I love using animals for in different ways for comedic effect. Oops. Dude, what's going on here? Okay, so he's got, it's not so much a belt, it's a bit more like a sash. Let's see. Nightfall. Not yet. Getting married in a few months. Oh! Hey, Nightfall, congratulations. You're getting married? Congrats. That's awesome. Getting married in a few months. Sorry, been very busy. I've been trying to keep up my writing as best I can. Haven't forgotten Nim's tale. No, that makes sense why no progress. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome, man. I'll have to do a special piece for you and your significant other. Oops, okay, let's fix that. Okay, I want to do it. I need to make his outlines a little bit darker anyway. Oops. Let's see, Nightfall. Why, thank you. And yes, I'm writing a short story for. Oh, this is in response to Planet Fox. Writing a short story for my rabbit character Nim, but it involves the setting of Iridel. Lara, the rat princess, and Clovis share that world. Yes, indeed. Okay, where was I? I'm gonna. Um, I wonder if his paw would actually be down here. Let's see. Oh, that might be. I don't know. Keep as is. It's the nightfall. Oh, that would be lovely. I'll have to give some thought to that. The wedding sort of picture that is, for sure. Um, would it be you and your bride, or groom? Let's see. Bride, and yes, something like that. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, no, I would love to do a wedding illustration for you, of you too. That'd be awesome. Now, is she based? Are any of the characters in your story based on her, or do you have a couple that's more like, oh, that's the two of us, or just all couples are that's the two of you? Like for myself, obviously I'm single, but all of my characters are kind of what I'm looking for in a spouse, in a bride. So like Misty, Meadow, Willow, they're all kind of like that's my version of my future wife. His tail. I'm actually gonna so his tail's probably gonna be back here. But have that there. There we go. Okay. Okay. What am I doing here? Now we get to the tricky paws. Whoops. Too close, too close. I'm gonna rotate that around. I think technically, if you have your arm bent, that's gonna pull on your sleeve, so his sleeve would actually be hiked a little bit higher. No, wait a second. It's gonna be there. I'm gonna assume he's gonna have a ring as well. He's got some giant paws, my goodness. Let's see. Nightfall, somewhat. I certainly put a lot of myself into various characters. What I've long wished for is in a partner too. But I couldn't pull one pairing as a perfect example of my partner and I. Of course, I get that completely. Okay, so his paw. Yeah, I'm gonna darken the outline of his paw because that's essentially the focus here. Is him feeling the baby. Let's see, Planet Fox. I kind of do that. Like my character Sonia is kind of a person I hope to meet someday. Gotcha. I understand. I get that completely. Yeah. I think that's one of the, even if it's not something that we're aware of, as creators, we really do put our hopes and our dreams into our creativity, or our creation, I should say. So even if it's not full, even if you're not fully aware of it, who you're looking for will show up in your artwork, and then you'll later realize, oh yeah, that is kind of what I'm looking for. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking. Okay, I think I'm. Let's see. Planet Fox. You ever feel like your characters are your children sometimes? Like you end up really caring about them? Uh, I totally get that completely. I don't know if I've ever. I gotta think about that. I've never thought of them as my children. M- More just, I don't know. I gotta think about it. That's a really complex question. Um, in a way, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that. I say that mainly because, like I just said earlier, Meadow, Misty, Willow, they're all what I'm looking for. They're essentially my hopes and dreams for a wife. So I don't see them as my children. They're definitely my creations. So I guess there is like a, yeah. I see them as my creations, but they're more of a creation of hopes and dreams, if that makes sense. So okay, what so do I see them as my children? Yeah, I don't know. That's I guess I do. I guess if I thought deeply about it, then yeah, they probably are. I do see them as like, oh, these are my creations, these are my children. Okay, I do not like his paws. Let's see, the Nightfall. I've kind of had that thought, children or vague extensions of myself, but it is a nebulous status. No, I totally get that. I definitely do care deeply about my characters. Like I'll see a drawing of my characters, or even something that I did in my that I drew myself, and I'll be like, "Oh, it's that character. Oh, isn't she cute today?" That sort of thing. Let's see. Planet Fox. Uh, Ca Cassie definitely feels like my kid. I've been drawing her in some form or another for over 30 years. Gotten really attached to her. Oh, I totally get that, getting attached to your character. I don't know if I've seen your character, Cassie. I think I just need to go back onto your page, Planet Planet, and actually look at your characters again. No, don't want that. Don't want that. I'm just doing these little markings as like a placeholder for decoration, something. Embroidery. She's the profile picture on here, the space jackal. Ooh, a space jackal. Okay, I'll have to go back on your page and look again. That does sound really cool. What are her stories like? Are they just kind of like pulp fiction, sci-fi, adventure of the week stuff, or do you have like a, oh no, this is her story, this is what's going on? Okay, there we go. Everything seems to be well. Let's build it. Let's see. I got really into Buck Rogers comics as a kid. She's kind of the result of that. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, the classic pulp fiction type sci-fi. I love that style as well. Um, I love like Frank Frazetta artwork, that sort of thing. I like that style. I don't look at his artwork a whole lot. Again, a lot of his stuff is very adult, so I try to avoid those. But whenever I come across something that's clean, I love it. But all that to say, I like that aesthetic, that style of fantasy and sci-fi. Uh, Barbarians is pretty much just that. If Frank Frazetta did dogs. Okay, that's really making contact with something else that I want to. Yikes, that poor wrist of hers. And it's going like that. It's, what can we do to fix it? I think just pull that in a little bit. And that'll be. I think I'm gonna leave it as was. Let's fix that. Or I'm gonna leave it as is. She's just trying to keep her balance. Planet Fox. Frank Frazetta was amazing for sure. Man, what an artist. So cool. That shoulder needs to come up a little bit. Okay. Pardon me, I gotta sneeze real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, Nightfall. What do you think? I think we're pretty much done with them. We still got Into the Background and Sancha, but how do you feel about what we got? I'm gonna quickly check the messages. Okay, and it looks like I need to plug in my phone really quick. Share. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab my phone charger, and I shall return. All right, we're back. Let's see. Let's see. Nightfall, love it. Thank you. Planet Fox, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, you guys. Okay. Now it's time to do Sancha. Getting your own layer. I'm sure you appreciate that, Sancha. I really like Sancha's character. I know she's a villain, but if she yeah. I think this is the type of villain that if she was part of like a cartoon or like a movie, this is the villain that everyone had a crush on. I'm sure she would use that to her advantage in the court, or yeah, in the royal court. Let's see, Grumpy Kitty. Yes. Okay, let's see. I need those bushes. Also, well, I know she wasn't part of the commission originally, but I want to know, is Sancho just that type of person or character that she just happens to show up at the wrong place at the right time and see everything, or is she actively spying on Ilara? Let's see. Let's see. Nightfall. Oh, she's fantastic. Beautiful, cunning, ruthless, but not so much that a slightly goofy, silly scene is out of place with her. Perfect. Let's see. And she's always spying, using her network of informants. Gotcha. Yeah. I will say, I obviously don't know how your stories end, if you have endings, but if Sancha dies, but I mean, if she's the villain, she probably is gonna deserve it at some point. Uh, I will be sad if this character does end up dying. Okay. And I'm gonna lower the opacity on that because that's in the background. Which means I need to add in those window glares. So now, I don't know if that. See, I backed myself into an odd corner on how do you show that this is the window. Again, there's just the classic window pane, but that goes right through his head. You could do oh, here's a round window. Oh, that's not close to a pane. Round window pane. But, oops, too far, sorry. So I'm just going to do this for now. Hopefully that says, oh yes, it's a type of crystalline glass steel. Sparkles or something. No, that makes it look like he's drunk. I don't like that. Okay. Where were we? That the sunlight is starting to affect my vision. Can I change it this direction so I can see my screen better? All right, it's 2:35. We have about a half hour, and then I'll have to call it quits for the day. I'll probably have this done by tomorrow, So that means, let's see, I have another commission lined up with Mercenary Blade. So we might start that on Friday, or we might do another Pay What You Want commission stream. Sketch screen. Yeah, sketch commission stream. No typewriter writing streams, unfortunately. I think I'm just not meant to have a typewriter. I'm on typewriter number 2, and things are just kind of falling apart. I was cleaning it out, having allergic reactions to the machine because it's so old, and have it pretty much cleaned out. And then so in the back of the typewriter, there's these loops that pulls the keys, like when you press the buttons. That popped out, and I spent a good morning trying to put that back together. It came back together and then popped out again, and it took another loop with it. So and it took all morning to get that. So I'm like, I don't want to be dealing with this over and over again. As cool as it is to work on a typewriter, like it was such a blast. My parents were like, well, there's a reason we stopped using the typewriter and went to computers, paraphrasing. So we have to figure out something else. Writing stream might not work on computer. We'll have to find something else to do, though. It would be fun to try. Let's see. Nightfall. A slight arch or border could work to convey that. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Lothran's. All right, heading to bed before I end up on the table snoring. All right. Thank you, Lothran's. Thanks for hopping on. Hope you have a good night. Thank you for joining. Nightfall. Oh no, sorry to hear about the typewriter. Oh, thanks. All good, all good. It's my own doing. I should have bought a brand new typewriter from the get-go. I wanted the old ones because I love the vintage style. Fortunately, that comes with issues. Night, Lotharans. To all, good night, and see you next stream. Yes, see you next stream. Planet Fox. Typewriters are fun, but since they're all getting so old, they're pretty hard to keep working. Yeah, the one I have, they've been actually in good condition. Like, they work. It just takes some cleaning, and the issue is inside the machine they have like felt or like cloth stapled to the walls of the machine to try and dampen the sound so that it's not so loud, the clicky clacks. Unfortunately, those are so old, they're moldy. That's what I'm reacting to. And then of course you gotta clean out the dust, and sometimes they just need actual repairs. And I know, like, there's new typewriters out there, like what's the digital one? Freewrite. Unfortunately, I don't like their designs a whole lot, and they're so expensive. Yeah. I was going somewhere. Oh yes. Back to the window. A slight arch or a border could work to convey that. Yeah. So let's see. So I have a stone here. Let's see. Let's find our new layer. So obviously here's the stone of the mountain. Okay, you know what? Since we're not in Procreate, I need. What do I need? Man, a lot of these tools I forgot all about. Where they used to have like a circular tool. Oh. Okay, let's do that. Then. Shoot, how did we do this way back in the day? There used to be a shape tool when I first opened Clipsuit Paint. Shapes. Nope. Hmm. I'll have to figure this out some other way. Ellipse. Oh, wait a second. Well, that's not what I wanted, but what? Why did that do that? Yeah, you could do something like that, I guess. Let's see. Uh, Lotherin's. I just love the whole vibe of this piece. Thank you, I appreciate that. Nightfall. It may not necessarily have to be glass. It could theoretically be open air, but with a spell magic that keeps the weather muffled voices. So no glass wouldn't be out of line. It's a good idea. If there's an easier, if that's easier than struggling with a window, it might be. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. It'd be hard to show magic. Um, oops. Right now. This might be a tool that I'll end up doing when I'm back in Procreate once the stream is done, so then I can draw the ellipse a bit better. But we'll have it there for now. Okay. All right. So if that's the case, then I think we are on to just the basics of the background. Draw the stone. Actually, I need to make sure that the brush is a bit smaller. There we go. So that the background does not mix with the line width of our characters. I'm actually gonna, one second, I'm gonna quickly adjust the blinds on my window. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Boy, I don't think I've ever closed those blinds since I first moved into this house. So, uh, that's a lot of dust. If you hear me sneezing, I do apologize. Let's see. Okay, where was I? So back to the mountain, as the dwarves of Erebor would say. Now the question is, Nightfall, would Sancha actually? Now, granted, I know she's a villain, so we're gonna assume that she's evil. But would she actually make a good queen? Sure, a lot of people would probably die, and she might be a tyrant, but would her policies actually be good? Like, would she bring the kingdom into prosperity, or would she just actually destroy everything? I don't even know if the rocks here are gonna work. We shall find out. A lot of times you don't know until once you're done drawing. So. Let's see, Nightfall. That's a great question, and honestly, she'd probably be a decent queen empress if she achieved the throne, which makes quite the predicament. She'd be a great advisor to Lara. Aww, that actually breaks my heart. That she would actually be a good advisor. Unfortunately, she's just making the wrong decisions. No. But Sancha wants the crown. Sancha, why can't you just be happy with your lot in life? So I imagine like these bits of iron, like pounded into the rock. Should probably remove the sketch so I can actually see what this is going to look like. A little small. I think it's okay. Hopefully. That's the wrong sketch there. Nice. Let's see. Planet Fox. I legit want a room like this. Just a rocky little burrow with a picture window. That'd be awesome, right? I would love something like that myself. And I'm going to last one. Oops. Cancel. I want to copy and paste. Oh no, still wrong. There we go. There we go. Fix that. Perfect. Let's see, Nightfall. That is part of the plot. Ilara's dynasty has ruled for a long while. Some good, some poor. Sancha isn't necessarily wholly wrong in advocating for change. It just doesn't bode well for Ilara. Ah, gotcha. And Ilara, for what it's worth, will make a great queen if given the chance to secure the throne. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, just look at her. no doubt in my mind that she would make a wonderful queen. Just, I feel bad for Sancha now. Okay. And I'm sure Clovis would make a prince consort. Is that what you would call him, or just the queen's consort? Okay, what am I doing next? Okay, I'm gonna move on to the bookshelf. Kind of riveted into the stone. Let's see, something like that. Prince or queen consort. Queen's consort. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how that works. So this is an ancient library, so we're gonna have some chips of wood removed. It's a bit warped. Okay. And this is where I go, oh no, I wish I was back in Procreate so that I could draw a straight line easily. Because I cannot draw a straight line to save my life. Okay, what are some other details I can focus on right now that don't require straight lines? I'm going to do this little rug. Let's see, Planet Fox, everything about this is such a vibe. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like the rock, the windows, the books, just super cool. I appreciate it. This is all Nightfall's idea, so he's the one with the creativity. Let's see, Planet Fox. I wish I had someone to give me great ideas like that. I'm sure you can think, well, I mean, we all appreciate ideas coming from other people, but I'm sure you can come up with some really cool stuff on your own. Maybe I ought to do like tassels like that. No, stick with that. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. And it's 2:54, so we're very close, just about done. Anywho. So yeah, so this will probably be done by the time we come back on the next stream. I might stream tomorrow. Not sure yet though. Also, this because I'm reading the Stormlight Archives right now. I'm on Oathbringer. This room does give me, well, actually, no, not your Ethereal vibes. I forget what it's called. Taravangian's Kingdom in the very first book, Way of Kings, where Yesna and Shallan are hanging out at that Great Mountain Library. That's what this gives me the vibes of. Nightfall, Karanth, okay. The Pelaneum? Yeah, that place. I forget what they're called. There's so many things to remember with the Stormlight Archives, the names and places, and it's just like, just crazy. Precisely that vibe. Perfect. Oops. Okay, nope. That's a mistake. Oh, yes. And add some texture. Makes it look a little raggedy. Get some threads sticking out here and there. There we go. What else do some wood? I bet you this library smells amazing. Okay, let's hide the sketches. All right, so this is what we got so far. Wow! We are just about there. We just gotta do the bookshelves and figure out the window. Let's see. I'm liking it. Obviously, if a few things were done a little bit differently, this feels like this is your book cover for your short story or something like that. Thank you, appreciate it. This is your title, your name down here. Very cool. I'm actually gonna see. Is this the right letter? Yes. I'm gonna start. Okay, 10. I'm gonna write down size 10.5. That way I know exactly what size to brush. Okay, because I want. Oops. Hopefully this. Yeah, let's do this on a different layer. Adding some texture to the rock. Just do like some stippling. It gives it that grainy look. probably going a little overboard on a sketch, but that's okay. I'm having fun here. Stippling can go. Oops, that's the wrong kind of stippling there. Yeah, just a little bit of texture helps. Thank you, thank you. Is this going to be a full color piece? No, this is just going to be a sketch, just a digital sketch. If this was a full color piece, I would probably take a little bit more time with um, the inks, especially like I would really work on her anatomy for the hand and the arm a bit more. It wouldn't be as rough. It'd be a bit more refined, which would take me a lot longer to do. Yeah. I mean, I could easily turn this into a colored sketch quite easily. But yeah, I think this was supposed to be just a sketch. Okay. Okay, anywho, I think we are done for today. Thank you, thank you. Hey, yeah, there you go. Might be a future project. Let's see. Yeah, there's all the different layers, so I'll always be able to go in and digitally color it. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. This has been a lot of fun. We accomplished a lot. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Um, let's see. If I'm trying to think of extra housekeeping items that I usually do. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and click the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I go live. I should be live tomorrow, same time, unless something comes up. Um, Unfortunately, life gets in the way, and you don't know when something's going to come up, or someone comes over and says, "Hey, let's hang out for a little bit." It's like, "Oh, okay." Um, but I should be streaming again tomorrow. Um, let's see. Uh, yeah, no other announcements. Depending on how things go with the next commission, I might be doing the pay what you want sketch commissions uh, on Friday. So if you'd like commission a sketch, it won't look like this. This is a very detailed sketch. It'll just be a very rough sketch. It's pay what you want. That'll probably be Friday, and then stay tuned. This is the test print. My book Sophia and the Dragon will be out soon. I'm waiting for the second test print. If you want a glimpse of the interior, go to Patreon. You gotta be a member to see the video, unfortunately, but always appreciate it if you join us. But if not, this will be available on Gumroad soon. I will do the shipping and all that for people that want the physical copy. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hopping on. I'm gonna quickly lead us out with some prayer. Lord Jesus, we thank you for today. Pray that you be with us as we go about our days. For those that are having a hard time or things going on in their life, pray that you would be with them. We pray that you would bless Nightfall and his bride on their upcoming wedding. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. Thank you very much, folks. All right. I'll talk to you all hopefully tomorrow. So God bless and cheers.